Love English podcast.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Love English podcast. I'm Emma, and I am so happy to be here with you today.
And I'm Leo. Hello, everyone. It is great to be here with you all. But Emma, I have to tell you something a little bit sad today. I have been thinking about this for a few days, and I think this might be my last episode for a while.
Your last episode? Leo, what are you talking about? That sounds very serious. Are you moving to Mars? Or did you win the lottery and decide to live on a private island?
No, I am not moving to Mars, and I definitely did not win the lottery. But I am looking at my calendar for the next few months, and it is a complete disaster. I have a new, very difficult project at my job. My boss told me I need to stay late at the office almost every day. My children have football practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and piano lessons on Wednesdays. My house needs a lot of repairs, so my weekends are full. I looked for a free hour to study English, and I just cannot find it. I am too busy. I think I have to pause my English learning until I have more time in the future.
Leo, I hear you. And I want to validate your feelings because they're very real. Modern life is incredibly busy. It often feels like we are running a race that never ends, and we are always tired. But I also have to tell you something very important, and I want you to listen closely. If you wait until you have time, you will never learn English.
That is a very depressing thing to say, Emma. So you were saying I should just give up? If I don't have time, I can't learn. That is just a fact, isn't it?
No, it is not a fact. It is a misunderstanding of how learning works. You are saying that you need to quit because you don't have time. But I am saying that you need to change your definition of study time. You're thinking about studying in the old-fashioned way. You think you need to sit at a clean desk with a heavy textbook in a totally quiet room for 1 solid hour every day. Is that what you think?
Yes, of course. That is how we learned in school. That is how you learn anything serious. If I don't have a solid hour, I can't really focus, and I can't learn anything deep. Isn't that true?
That is the myth that stops millions of people from achieving their dreams. The truth is, for language learning, frequency is much more important than duration. It is better to study for 5 minutes, 12 times a day, than to study for 60 minutes, 1 time a day.
5 minutes? What can I possibly learn in 5 minutes? That sounds like nothing. I can't even finish a page in 5 minutes.
It sounds like nothing, but it adds up. Think about it. 5 minutes, 12 times a day, is 1 full hour. But it is an hour that doesn't feel like an hour. I call this method time snacking.
Time snacking. That is a funny name. I like snacks. I like chips and chocolate. But what is a time snack?
Imagine your day is like your diet. The old way of studying, the way you think you need to do it, is like eating one giant, heavy meal at the very end of the day. It makes you tired, it takes a long time to prepare, and if you miss it because you're busy, you starve. You get no nutrition.
That is exactly how I feel. I try to study at night, but I'm too tired, so I skip it, and then I feel guilty.
Exactly. Now, time snacking is different. It is like eating small, healthy snacks all day long. You grab an apple here. You eat some nuts there. You drink a smoothie. You're constantly feeding your brain so you never get hungry and you never feel overwhelmed by a giant meal. You integrate English into the small cracks of your day.
The cracks of my day. I like that image. But Emma, My day is a solid block of work and responsibility. I don't think there are any cracks. I'm running from the moment I wake up until the moment I sleep.
I promise you, Leo, your day is full of cracks. We call this dead time. Dead time is the time when your body is busy, but your brain is free. Or the time when you're waiting for something to happen. Let's try to find your dead time. Tell me, how do you get to work in the morning?
I take the bus. It takes about 20 minutes to get to my office. But the bus is crowded and noisy. I can't open a big textbook there. People would look at me and I would feel uncomfortable.
You don't need a textbook. That is old thinking. That 20 minutes is a perfect time snack. That is dead time. Your body is just sitting there. You're not driving. Your brain is free. That is 20 minutes of listening practice. If you listen to a podcast on the way to work and on the way back, that is 40 minutes a day. That is almost your whole hour.
Okay, that is 40 minutes. But I am just listening. Listening is good, but I want to learn vocabulary and speaking too. I can't speak on the bus. Everyone will think I am crazy.
You can do listening on the bus. We will find other times for speaking and vocabulary. Let's look for more dead time. Do you drink coffee in the morning?
Yes, absolutely. I cannot survive without my coffee. I go to a coffee shop near my office every morning. There's usually a line. I wait there for about 5 minutes.
Perfect. There is another crack in your day. You are standing in line. What do you usually do during those 5 minutes?
I usually just take out my phone. I scroll through social media. I look at the news. I look at pictures of cats. I just waste time.
Stop looking at cats. Use those 5 minutes for a vocabulary snack. You can use a flashcard app on your phone. In 5 minutes, you can review 10 or 20 words. You are standing there anyway. Your phone is already in your hand. Why not use the time to build your brain instead of just scrolling?
That is true. I am just wasting that time. It is a habit. So 40 minutes on the bus listening, 5 minutes in the coffee line doing vocabulary, that is 45 minutes. Where else can I find time?
What about chores? Do you wash the dishes? Do you fold the laundry? Do you clean your house?
Yes, I do all of those things, usually on the weekends or in the evening when I am tired. I hate washing dishes. It is so boring.
This is where we apply the one-handed rule. If your task only requires your hands, your brain is free for English. When you are washing the dishes, your hands are wet and busy, but your mouth is free. You can practice speaking. You can narrate what you are doing. I am washing the plate. The water is hot. I need more soap.
That is a good point. No one can hear me because the water is running.
Exactly. Or you can do the shadowing technique we talked about in a previous episode. You can play a podcast on your speaker and repeat after the audio. You turn a boring chore into an exciting English lesson. You are multitasking in a smart way.
I usually just let my mind wander or worry about work when I do dishes. So I can turn my kitchen into a classroom? That sounds much more productive.
It is. Let's look at another common dead time that everyone has. The bathroom.
The bathroom? Really? Are you serious?
I am very serious. Think about it. You brush your teeth for 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night. That's 4 minutes every single day. You can stick 3 sticky notes with new vocabulary words on your bathroom mirror. While you brush, you just read the sentences. You don't have to do anything extra. You are just using the time that is already there.
That is actually a genius idea. I stare at the mirror anyway. I might as well learn something while I'm doing it. Okay, this is starting to add up. Bus, coffee line, dishes, brushing teeth. I think I have found more than an hour already, and I haven't changed my work schedule at all.
That is the magic of time snacking. You are not finding extra time, you are reclaiming time that was lost or wasted. But Leo, for this to work, you need to be prepared. You cannot spend 5 minutes looking for your headphones or looking for a lesson. If you spend your 5 minutes searching, the time is gone. You need a survival kit.
A survival kit? That sounds dramatic. Like I am going camping in the forest. What is an English survival kit?
It is similar to a camping kit because it helps you survive your busy day. An English survival kit means you have everything ready before the dead time happens. It means you have your headphones in your pocket always, not in your bag, not at home, in your pocket. It means you have your podcasts downloaded on your phone so you don't need the internet or Wi-Fi. It means you have a flashcard app ready on your home screen, not hidden in a folder, and maybe a small notebook and pen in your pocket.
I see. The idea is to remove the friction. If I have to search for the lesson, I will probably just give up and look at cats again. I need to be ready to go in 5 seconds.
Exactly. Speed is key. When the dead time appears, you must attack it instantly. Now, let's talk about energy. This is another big mistake busy people make. They try to do difficult study tasks when they are tired.
Yes, that is me completely. I try to study complex grammar at 10 p.m. after work, and I just fall asleep. I read the same sentence 5 times, and I don't understand it.
Of course you do. Your brain is exhausted. You need to match your activity to your energy level. We can divide activities into high energy and low energy.
What is a high-energy activity?
High energy activities are things that require focus, logic, and active thinking. Learning a new grammar rule is high energy. Writing an essay is high energy. Doing a difficult transcription exercise is high energy. You should only do these things when your brain is fresh. Maybe for you, that is 10 minutes in the morning before work, or maybe during your lunch break.
Okay, that makes sense. Don't do the hard stuff when I'm dying of tiredness. And low energy activities?
Low energy activities are for when you are tired, but you still want to maintain your habit. Passive listening is low energy. Watching a fun English video on YouTube is low energy. Reviewing old vocabulary words that you already know well is low energy. Reading a very easy book is low energy. Do these things at 10 p.m. Don't try to learn the third conditional verb tense right before bed.
That makes so much sense. I was trying to do the heavy lifting when my muscles were tired. I need to do the light stretching at night.
Precisely. So let's build a sample day in the life for you, Leo. A busy day. Let's see if we can fit English in without changing your work schedule. I want to prove to you that you have time.
Okay, let's try it. My alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m. I am very sleepy. I hit the snooze button.
Okay, 6:30 a.m. While you are waking up and making your bed, you listen to one upbeat English song, just to set the mood. That takes 3 minutes. It wakes up your brain in English mode.
I can do that. Then I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face.
Great. You look at the sticky notes on your mirror. You read 3 sentences out loud while you brush. That is 2 minutes. Total study time, 5 minutes.
Then I make coffee and get ready to leave. I walk to the bus stop. It's a short walk, about 5 minutes.
As you walk, you do the labeling exercise we talked about in a previous episode. You look at the sky, the street, the cars, and you say the English words in your head. Blue sky, red car, tall tree. That is 5 minutes of active vocabulary retrieval. Total time, 10 minutes.
Then I am on the bus for 20 minutes. I usually sit and stare out the window.
This is your main meal. You put on your headphones immediately. You listen to a podcast episode. You listen for the gist. You enjoy the story. That is 20 minutes. Total time, 30 minutes. And you haven't even arrived at work yet.
That is impressive. 30 minutes before 9 a.m.
Then I am at work. I work hard until 12:30 p.m. Then I have a lunch break for 30 minutes. I usually eat at my desk.
Okay, you need to eat and rest. But while you eat, you can read one short article in English on your phone, or you can watch one 5-minute video from an English teacher on YouTube. Let's say you spend 10 minutes on English and 20 minutes relaxing. Total time, 40 minutes.
Then I work until 6 p.m. I am tired. My brain hurts. I take the bus home.
You are tired, so don't try to study hard. On the bus ride home, you listen to the same podcast episode again, but this time just relax and let the words wash over you. It is passive review. Repetition is powerful, remember? That is 20 minutes. Total time, 60 minutes.
Wow, I have already hit 1 hour and I haven't even had dinner yet. This is crazy.
Exactly. Now you get home. You have to cook dinner and do the dishes.
Yes, that takes about 40 minutes, and I am usually hungry and impatient.
While you chop vegetables and wash dishes, you talk to yourself. You narrate your cooking. I am cutting the onions. I am crying because of the onions. I am frying the chicken. Or you listen to music in English and sing along. Let's say you do 15 minutes of speaking practice here. Total time, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Then I play with my kids and put them to bed. Now it is 9:30 p.m. I am exhausted. I just want to sit on the sofa and do nothing.
And you should. You deserve to relax. But instead of watching TV in your native language, watch one episode of a funny English sitcom that you have seen before. Or read 2 pages of a very easy English book. Do this for 15 minutes before you fall asleep. It helps you relax and keeps English in your brain overnight.
That brings the total to 1 hour and 30 minutes.
1 hour and 30 minutes of English practice. And did you have to cancel your work meetings?
No.
Did you have to miss your children's football practice?
No.
Did you have to stay up until midnight studying grammar books and drinking energy drinks?
No. I just lived my normal day, but I filled the cracks with English.
That is the power of time snacking. It turns a busy life into a productive life. It takes the pressure off. You don't need to find a magic hour. You just need to use the minutes you have. You are creating an immersion environment right inside your busy schedule.
This is incredibly liberating. I feel like I can breathe again. I don't have to quit. I just have to change my style. I feel silly for thinking I had to stop.
Don't feel silly. We're trained to think that learning must be formal and separate from life. But language is life. It should be part of your day, not a separate task. But Leo, there is one more psychological trick I want to teach you. It is for your very worst days.
My worst days?
Yes, there will be days when you are sick, days when you are stressed, days when everything goes wrong and you don't even have the energy for time snacking. On those days, you use the 2-minute rule.
2-minute rule? What is the 2-minute rule?
On those terrible days, you promise yourself you will do just 2 minutes of English. Just 2.
Why 2 minutes? Can I learn anything in 2 minutes?
The goal of the 2-minute rule is not to learn. The goal is to survive. The goal is to keep the habit alive. If you do 0, you break the chain. You start to feel like you quit. You feel guilty. If you do 2 minutes, maybe you just read one flashcard or listen to one song. You can go to bed saying, I am still an English learner. I did my work today. It protects your identity as a learner.
That is very smart. It stops the guilt. I often feel guilty when I don't study, and then the guilt makes me want to quit even more. It's a downward spiral.
Guilt is a terrible fuel for learning. Curiosity and consistency are the best fuels. So, Leo, are you going to quit the podcast?
Absolutely not. I'm going to go make a survival kit right now. I'm going to download our episodes, find my headphones, and put some sticky notes on my bathroom mirror. I am going to become a time snacker.
That is wonderful to hear. And to all our listeners who feel too busy, we hope this episode gives you hope. You have the time. It is hiding in your day, waiting for you to find it. Start snacking on English today.
Thank you, Emma. I'm off to catch the bus, and I'm going to listen to this episode again on the way.
Perfect. Happy listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.